You are listening to ChartingWealth.com for Friday the 21st of October 2016. The market is down again, continuing to go in the path of least resistance, that is following our weekly trend line, which is down along with the two-day trend line. Remember, we teach over and over and over again, all things being equal, the market tends to move in the direction of the largest trend, and that is the weekly chart for us, and it is down. Now, the market was down 0.10%. It's really been sliding sideways for the last going on 6 days now. We see that the derivative oscillator continued to lose downward momentum, and the MACD is basically sliding sideways on us. We'll continue to monitor exactly what's going on. If we look intraday from our two-day chart, we see that intraday market down in the morning, little down in the afternoon after two prior days of upward movement. That's two prior 4-day, half-day candles. So what we have is 2 days of up movement and then a slide over. We've not penetrated. In fact, it's bounced up as a ceiling our two-day trend line, still well below the weekly trend line. And it appears that the derivative oscillator has pretty much stopped as far as its upward progression. It's been about the same place for the last 3 periods. The MACD is continuing to move up even as the price is moving down. Now, we will go back to our two-day chart and we will look at what from IYY, which is the total market, to SPY, which is the Standard & Poor 500, down 0.19%, so about double down as much as the total market. We have a doji, pretty much a spinning, a doji, and that means, of course, indecision. And again, losing some downward momentum, market slipping sideways, again, continuing to move down in the direction of the larger charts, that is the two-day and the biggest chart, the weekly chart. Now, if we look intraday, what do we see going on? Our 4-hour chart shows us that we still have a backup underway. It's not crossed over going down. Market was down in the morning for the S&P 500 and again up a little bit in the afternoon. Again, a doji, lots of indecision. It is hitting its head along the two-day trend line. We shall see if on Friday it penetrates or rolls back over hard. You may have an entry point for a down or inverse play. That is where we are on the S&P 500. Going back to our two-day chart, checking out the Qs. What is the Qs? It's the NASDAQ 100, our technology stocks. Still in a confirmed uptrend on the weekly chart. Little schizophrenia there, downtrend since the 26th of August on the two-day chart. Doesn't make us feel comfortable with down moves, trying to play those because the market has continued to plot along upward. Like we said, all things being equal, the market tends to move in the direction of the biggest chart till it crosses over. Market did move below the weekly trend line, but that does not make for a change in the weekly chart. That will only come if and when, at some point, of course, it always happens, the weekly chart rolls over, going down as per the MACD. That has not happened yet. Market is still down as far as the two-day trend line and the two-day chart goes. If we look intraday, what do we see on the 4-hour chart? We see that it's been slipping sideways for 1, 2, 3 days now and still in a positive. Hasn't crossed over going down yet. If it does, for those of you who want to just practice, you can sure see if you can get in for a very short-term down play, since the market for the Qs, the NASDAQ 100, is still trending up. Was down 0.12% for the day. Now we're going to go back to our two-day chart. Going to take a look at gold. What's gold doing? Well, it's continuing to move up. We have our second two-day candle that's forming. It'll complete at the close of business on Friday, but it's moving up. Open green box with a wick on top. Moving up, tends to depict strong movement. The derivative oscillator has been losing downward energy since the 17th of October. Of course, we have breached the two-day trend line, still below the weekly trend line as far as gold goes. We do see the MACD Looks like it's moving actually parallel, maybe moving a little up toward the signal line. If we look intraday, what do we see on our 4-hour chart? 4-hour chart continues to move up on gold, crossed over, going up all the way back on the 12th, then sort of went sideways for a while, then moved up. It peaked up high in the morning, hit the highest high we've seen in a while in the morning, all the way up to 121.59, then settled out, lost some of that momentum. Derivative oscillators lost some of it, as has the MACD, not moving up at the same angle it originally was. Hopefully those of you who jumped in, maybe you jumped out right at that spike in the morning. Who knows? Just continue to keep an eye on it. Remember, like we say, all things being equal, the market does tend to move in the direction of the biggest chart, and that biggest chart is the weekly chart, and it is down on gold. But it doesn't hurt to practice, because that's what we do here at Charting Wealth. We want you to practice day in and day out on these charts. Learn how to use them. Learn how to get in and out of investments. Work your magic. And the way you do that is practice, practice, practice. If you appreciate what we do here at chartingwealth.com, help us out. Go to iTunes, subscribe to our podcast, give us a 5-star rating, say something nice about us. Also, go to YouTube. Give us a subscription. Just subscribe to our channel. You'll get the latest materials that we have and we put out on a daily basis. Also, we will email you these podcasts, these video casts that we do every day if you will go to chartingwealth.com and simply sign up. Along with that sign up, for free, you will get our How to Read a Stock Chart video. It's what you need to get started. Next, you'll also get our charting layout. That is what we use at freestockcharts.com. And you will also get our daily market worksheet. What makes that so invaluable? You can fill that out every day as you listen to the 10-minute or less podcast, and you will supercharge your training by doing that, because you'll actually see what it is the charts are telling you. You will be amazed. All you have to do, my friends, are you interested in having wealth and knowing how the stock market works and being able to make money in it? Well, you're not going to learn it piecemeal. You're going to have to jump in, spend 10 minutes a day with us, go through the trainings, go through the videos we have, listen, learn, apply. And I'm telling you, is there any better way to secure your future than being able to read a stock chart and make the markets work for you? It is your roadmap to the future and to wealth. Learn to read these charts. Thank you so much. We appreciate hearing from you. Go to chartingwealth.com. Let us hear from you. Keep paying attention and practicing. Perfect practice makes perfect from chartingwealth.com.